मम्मा देख रही है, सुन रही है।
Okay, so let's go to the function main definition. So functions are nothing but a set of instructions which can be reused at any point of time. So it is nothing but a set of a group set of instructions which can be reused at any point of time in your code. So basically अगर मैं बोलूँगा कि मुझे एक छोटा सा ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है कि आई वांट टू कैलकुलेट एडिशन ऑफ टू नंबर्स 10 प्लस 20, ठीक है, तो ये मैं लिखा है एडिशन ऑफ टू नंबर्स एंड इसका आउटपुट में आके मुझे प्रिंट करना है. ओके, सो दिस इज फाइन, बट आई वांट टू से कि आज मुझे ये दो नंबर्स का फाइंड आउट करना है, बट टुमारो आई वांट टू फाइंड आउट द एडिशन ऑफ टू डिफरेंट नंबर्स एज वेल. तो मुझे बार बार मैं हर बार आई कांट डू इट इन दिस मैनर. 30 plus 20 print 40 plus 30. So this is kind of a repetitive code. So to avoid one of such scenario, we have a construct called in each and every programming language, we have a construct called functions. So functions are nothing but a piece of set of instructions grouped together to return an output value, to return or something, I mean, or also you can just perform the piece of code and then you can leave it as it is. In our scenario हम लोग एक छोटा सा function लिखेंगे which will basically add two numbers and give you the result as an output. So अगर आप जावा या सी से फेमिलियर हो तो बेसिकली हम फंक्शंस कैसे डिक्लेयर करते हैं जावा या सी में. जावा में देखा जाए तो पब्लिक स्टैटिक इंट add two numbers, so this is the basic construct हम जावा में करते हैं. Okay, but so yeah, so this is called as function definition. This is called as function declaration. Okay, and these are function signature. Signature is nothing but arguments क्या पास कर रहे हो, क्या क्या है उसका function का. So that what it defines a function का actually main क्या है. So this is what these arguments are called, defined as signature, function signature. So this is the construct for Java. Okay, but when it comes to Python, we completely have a different way of declaration of functions in Python. So we have a built-in Python keyword called def. Def is nothing but define add two numbers a comma b, c equal to a plus b, return c. Okay, so this is how we declare a function. We write a function in Python, and this is how we write a function in Java. Okay, so the main difference is, अगर आप यहाँ देख रहे हो तो we are providing a return value of this function upfront. Okay, saying that this function will always return an integer. That's what we are defining it. But in Python, that is completely different. So Python is a dynamically typed language. Okay, so
what does it mean, sir? Dynamically typed language.
Dynamically typed language का मतलब ये है कि upfront you are not defining any of the data type of any variable. Okay, in the sense अगर आप यहाँ देखोगे मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि ये c वेरिएबल जो है it is an integer by default, but यहाँ मैंने वो ऐसे define नहीं किया. I'm just saying c equal to a plus b and return c. So what's happening here is each and every time Python will come inside this function, dynamically it will calculate what is the data type of this variable and then it returns that variable. अगर मैं यहाँ add two numbers 1, 2 पास किया तो इसका आउटपुट क्या होना चाहिए?
Guys, 1 c equal to 1 a plus b.
हाँ, तो इसका आउटपुट क्या होना चाहिए, इसका आउटपुट क्या होना चाहिए? So basically ये रिटर्न करेगा 3. ये भी वही 3 ही रिटर्न करेगा, ठीक है। बट दिस इज वन पार्ट। अभी मैं यहां देखिए, अगर मैं यहां ये करूंगा प्रिंट ABC, DEF, any guesses what is the output of this function?
एरर दे देगा, जावा है।
एग्जैक्टली एरर, क्योंकि डेटा टाइप मिसमैच। आपने अपफ्रंट डिफाइन करके रखा है कि ये फंक्शन हमेशा इंटीजर ही एक्सेप्ट करेगा। दैट इज नॉट द केस विथ पाइथन। सो अभी मैं बोलूंगा यहां क्या होगा, ABC DEF, तो इसका आउटपुट इट वोंट थ्रो एनी एरर, इट सिंपली गिव्स ABC DEF। सो प्लस इज अ कंकैटिनेशन ऑपरेटर बिटवीन टू स्ट्रिंग्स। अगर यहां आप इंटीजर पास करोगे तो ऐड करके देगा, सम करके इट विल गिव यू द आउटपुट। बट इफ यू पास स्ट्रिंग्स इट विल कंबाइन दोस टू एंड गिव द आउटपुट। अगर मैं ऐसा बोलूंगा ABC एंड मैं दूंगा 1 और 2 दूंगा, सो इसका आउटपुट क्या होगा, इसका आउटपुट होगा ABC इंटू ABC। इसका मतलब ये कि इट विल मल्टीप्लाई दिस स्ट्रिंग 2 टाइम्स एंड रिटर्न द आउटपुट। सो ABC इज द ABC इंटू ABC। सो लेट्स जस्ट सी दैट।
और डेफ क्या है?
Okay, def is nothing but a built-in keyword provided by Python to define your function.
Okay.
जैसे ये आप जावा में ये लिखते हो ना, पब्लिक स्टैटिक एंटी, पब्लिक स्टैटिक बोल के, वैसा ही वी हैव टू राइट डेफ सो दैट पाइथन का जो इंटरप्रेटर है इट विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट ओ दिस इज अ फंक्शन, सो आई हैव टू प्रोसेस दिस सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस टुगेदर बोल के आप डिफाइन कर रहे हो।
ओके
ओके, सो या नाउ लेट्स सी द आउटपुट। मैं अब ये क्या बोला, यहाँ इसका आउटपुट होगा into 2 दिया तो इट विल व्हाट हैपेंस इज सॉरी वो स्टार था ना, ओके एग्जैक्टली, हाँ ये स्टार था। सो बेसिकली यहाँ क्या होगा, ABC इंटू इसका आउटपुट होगा 2, ओके, एंड इसका आउटपुट होगा ABC इंटू ABC। सो इट डजंट केयर व्हाट आर द डेटा टाइप यू आर पासिंग, इट विल सिंपली कंबाइन दोस टू एंड गिव इट टू यू। So that is why Python is a dynamically typed language. This is a statically typed language because आपको upfront चीजें define करना पड़ता है, Python में वैसे नहीं करना पड़ता है। Got the difference?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so that is one of the reason why Python is slow, because each and every time it will keep on calculating the data type of the variables, different variables.
Rohit, this is Sunil. Can you run parallelly? अगर जो आपने यहाँ पर क्वेरी लिख रहे हो, मतलब कोडिंग कर रहे हो, साथ साथ थोड़ा रन करके दिखा देंगे आप?
Yeah, sure.
फंक्शन का डिक्लेरेशन सेम एज जावास्क्रिप्ट ना?
नॉट एग्जैक्टली, जावास्क्रिप्ट में आप पैरेंथेसिस यूज करते हो ना यहाँ।
नहीं, पैरेंथेसिस वो तो ठीक है, वो तो अलग पैटर्न है,
हाँ,
लेकिन
बट ठीक है, आई मीन
उसमें भी हम पैरामीटर्स का टाइप नहीं देते हैं।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली, इवन जावास्क्रिप्ट इज अ स्क्रिप्टिंग लैंग्वेज, राइट? आई थिंक इट इज आल्सो डायनामिकली टाइप्ड। ओके, यहाँ में दिया 1, 2, इसका आउटपुट है 3, ठीक है, एंड अब मैं दूंगा A, B, सो इसका आउटपुट आया A एंड B। ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई अपफ्रंट हमको कुछ डिफाइन करने की जरूरत नहीं है। सो व्हाटएवर यू गिव इट विल जस्ट रिटर्न based on the calculation whatever it has been defined for this particular type of this value. Okay, so these are functions. So functions are nothing but in future आप इसको reuse भी कर सकते हो। So अब suppose कि अगर मैं यहाँ अभी इसमें यहाँ कॉल किया है इसको, if suppose tomorrow मुझे वापस से कुछ और लॉजिक आया जिसमें मेरे को addition of 2 numbers करना है, so I can simply call this function. So how do you call this function? You just call in this manner. You're getting it? So in this way you call a function in Python. Okay, so this is basics about a function in Python. So basically it is a reusable piece of code, a reusable set of instructions, which can be used anywhere in your program. This is how you define a function, and this is how you call a function. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
One question regarding this.
Yeah.
How to identify different statements, like the first and second, right? C equal to A multiply B. This is one statement. Return C, second statement, ना?
Yeah.
ये न्यू लाइन से स्टेटमेंट आइडेंटिफाई करता है या फिर कैसे करता है, क्या
हाँ,
आइडेंटिफायर?
so Python में we have a, so आप पहला सेशन अगर अटेंड किए तो I was discussing about indentation. Okay, so basically if you look at the Java construct, we say that we have this parenthesis here, and whatever comes under this parenthesis or inside the parenthesis, they all belong to this particular set of function. Okay, so in Python what we have to do is we need to maintain a tab space all the time. So if you look here, this is a tab space. Okay. So what happens is Python को क्या करेगा ये, so it will first, interpreter will look at this statement. It says that, oh, this is a function. So after this colon you define, whatever will be under the same level, okay, like in this format, whatever will be on the same level, they all belong to this function, and each of the new set of instruction will be separated by a new line and a tab.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, thank you.
और अगर इसी के अंदर नेस्टिंग होगी तो फिर जैसे C इज इक्वल टू A एस्ट्रिक B है,
हाँ.
अब सपोज दैट C से, हाँ, तो फिर क्या फिर एक टैब देना पड़ेगा?
Yes, ऐसा करना पड़ेगा. समझ आया? So this is, it says that this is a separate block. ये ब्लॉक के बाहर फिर ये आएगा.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay, quite fine.
Yeah. So starting जब आप practice करना start करोगे Python में, most of the people will get confused in indentation, but this is important. You have to understand whenever you're trying to nest certain set of statements, they all come under the same line, exactly one below other in this format. अगर so ये function के अंदर there is this statement, there is this statement, there is this statement, this one, okay. But D equal to C also other statement, but that belongs under this particular statement. So फिर से इसके नीचे आओ, tab.
Okay.
Yes. So this is, I mean, you have to guys look for this indentation. The free demo, just have a look at this, how Python indentation works and other stuff. Okay. So yeah, so this is all about functions. Now let's talk about parameters. Okay. So Python has, so every function you can have a, basically you can have a function without any parameters. Agreed? So you can have something like this. No. So you can call this function in this manner. So this means this function doesn't have any arguments. Okay. You can have a function. Okay. So this says that this function will only accept one argument, not more than one argument. So let's see how it goes. Okay, यहाँ मैं one pass किया तो one throw किया, so it was printing one. If I pass some other thing, some character or other stuff, it will print those things because मैंने ये function के अंदर print statement डाला है. So let's see what happens if I pass more than one argument. So what is the error? It says that you can only pass one position argument, but two were given, in the sense because this function won't accept more than one argument. So what if I say I want two arguments? So this is how I have to define argument 1, argument 2, argument 2, and when you define this manner, now the function can accept two different parameters.
So with two parameter, with one parameter, ये तो बस function name है, हम कुछ भी रख देना.
हाँ, आप कुछ भी रख सकते हो. मैं जस्ट एग्जांपल ले रहा था. So अभी मैं ऐसे करूंगा. 1, 2 दिया, तो it is printing 1, 2. What if I say I only want to pass one argument? It will again throw an error because आपने इस फंक्शन में डिफाइन किया है 2 आर्ग्यूमेंट, but you're only passing 1 argument, which is wrong. So if you want to overcome that scenario saying that I can pass 1 argument or 2 argument or no argument or only 1 argument. So there is a concept called we can assign default values to function arguments. Default argument. Default argument and default argument. So अभी क्या होगा, आप चाहे एक आर्ग्यूमेंट पास करो, चाहे 2 पास करो, चाहे पास भी मत करो, it will still try to assign these empty values with this particular arguments. All right. So I mean, जैसे जावा में आपको null, so you can still have something like a default argument this manner, right? वैसा ही पाइथन में भी हम ऐसा कर सकते हैं. एक और चीज हमको यहाँ याद क्या रखना है, जैसे जावा में हमको null रहता है, null value in Java. We have something called none in Python. So none is nothing but again null value. So you can either pass a default string or you can also put none. None is nothing but empty. Not exactly empty, it is a none object. Okay, let's now try to execute this particular function again. Let's see क्या होगा. Now I have just passed without any argument. So it prints default argument 1 and none because मैंने ये दोनों define करके रखा है as a default argument. What if I say I want to pass some value? Now what's happening? आपने यहाँ 1 pass किया, you have only sent 1 argument. तो यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? First argument is replaced only with this particular argument, not with this one.
So none is taken as a string here.
No, none is a none type. So जैसे हमको none कैसे रहता है? In Java, we have something called none.
If you pass arguments 2 equal to blank means only blank like colon means
it's like null. So like null is undefined. Okay. So here instead of null we are using none.
None. So Python construct doesn't have null values. Python has none values. None. N-O-N-E.
I got. Okay.
Okay. So internally assume that none is nothing but none because Java mein you have something called null. Even in JavaScript you have something null or undefined value कुछ रहता है.
Null.
हाँ. And C mein I don't think we have null. We have an empty character. Something like this. Which I'm not sure exactly C में वैसा है, but हाँ. So yeah. So अगर हम if you are looking at this function, you have only sent 1 argument. So this 1 argument by default will be replaced with argument 1, but not with argument 2 because इसका position is replaced with direct 1-to-1 mapping है यहाँ. ठीक है. अगर मैं 2 value pass करूँगा, तो अभी क्या होगा? Both argument 1 and argument 2 were replaced by 1-2. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. So this is how these are called as keyword named arguments. So these are called as keyword arguments or named arguments. Keyword argument nothing but this is a key, this is a value, this is a key, this is a value. So how you can simply say in this format as well. Argument 2 equal to 100. but argument 1 equal to 10,000. Sorry, 1,000. 10,000. So if you say that, अभी यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? Argument 1 is replaced with this one, and argument 2 is replaced with this one, and you are printing the value in this format. So these are called as named arguments or keyword arguments. Okay. So now there is another scenario where I have many arguments, but I don't know in upfront ki kitne arguments aayenge, but I still want to pass many arguments. So Python has another construct called star
विथ मैनी पैरामीटर्स कोई कीवर्ड है क्या?
नहीं, ये बस मैं सैंपल एग्जांपल ले रहा था, फंक्शन नेम है ना ये।
क्योंकि आप विथ लिखिए तो अपने आप खैर अच्छा नोटपैड है, ठीक है।
ये बस इट्स नॉट ए कीवर्ड, दीज आर जस्ट मैंने अपने एग्जांपल ले रहा था। यू कैन पुट मैनी। चलो कंफ्यूजन क्लियर करने के लिए
मेथड नेम,
हां जस्ट अ मेथड नेम। सो अभी दिस इज अ सिनेरियो वेयर आई कैन पास any number of arguments. Okay, so if you look here, let's first define this function. Now let's first call this function. Let's see what happens. If you see here, मैंने कोई default value भी define नहीं किया, ठीक है, but still मैं इसको जब call किया हूं ये empty value दिखा रहा है. Okay, so there is a construct in Python called star parameters and star parameters. Let's talk about star parameters in the next thing. So what is star parameters? It will expect a list of arguments. If you don't pass any, it will be by default empty list. So you're getting it. So it is expecting a list of arguments. If you don't send any, it is by default empty list. That's it. So मैंने कुछ पास नहीं किया तो empty दिखा रहा है यहाँ, ठीक है। अगर अभी मैं बताऊंगा 1, 2, 3, 3, 5 और ये सब लिखा हूं, अभी लेट्स एंटर। सो ये पूरा लिस्ट में अपने आप 8 बन के एक सेट ऑफ आर्गुमेंट्स बन के इट विल ट्राई टू ग्रुप देम टुगेदर।
अच्छा, तो इसमें एक डिफरेंस आ रहा है आउटपुट में कि ये पैरेंथेसिस में आ रहा है, ऊपर वाला पैरेंथेसिस में नहीं आ रहा था।
किसमें? ये
जो आपका मतलब
अच्छा ये वाला। ओके व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस इज एक्सपेक्टिंग a tuple of arguments, a tuple in this, I mean अभी let's talk about only list of arguments, but आप कुछ भेजोगे नहीं तो मैं खाली empty list print करवा रहा हूँ यहाँ, ठीक है, by default। यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? You are not giving any list or any such thing. So यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? जब argument 1 and argument 2 आप directly print करवा रहे हो, बस, there is nothing.
Okay.
So this is
sir array.
Yes, as of now let's assume it is an array, but Python list is different, array is different. Okay, current understanding के लिए हम इसको array बोलेंगे, but I'll talk about these things in again. इसके बाद हम we are jumping into the storage structures only. Okay, so now I said that मैं set of arguments में pass करवा रहा हूँ, so it is fine. But what if I want to send something like, याद है आपको मैं यहाँ कैसे पास कर रहा था? ये सिनेरियो में आई सेड कि एक सेकेंड, हाँ, अगर आप यहाँ देखोगे आई एम जस्ट पासिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट 1 इक्वल टू 1000, ये कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट में पास कर रहा था। सो लेट्स सी विल आई बी एबल टू पास अ कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट नाउ। Okay, so it has thrown an error because why? Because star arguments will only expect only the plain arguments, not the keyword arguments. Agreed? So what are the plain arguments? These are the plain arguments. This is a keyword argument. It won't accept keyword argument in this fashion. So for you to pass the keyword argument, what you have to do is you have to do something called star coax. So let's see what does this mean. So मैं अभी इसमें क्या होगा? So as a definition इसमें underline क्या हो रहा है? जब मैं 1, 2, 3, 4 लिखा हूं और या तो कैरेक्टर्स जो भी लिखा हूं, these all will become a list and will be assigned to this first part. Okay? उसके बाद मैं argument 1 equal to 1000, argument 2 equal to 10,000, argument 3 equal to anything, जब मैं कुछ भी लिखूंगा, these things will go and assign with coax, because this is forming a list, this is forming a dictionary. Dictionary is nothing but a जावा में हैश मैप मान सकते हो, की वैल्यू पेयर को कैसे होस्ट करते हैं वैसा ही है. ओके, लेट्स सी द आउटपुट एक्चुअली. Wait a minute. Okay, now let's try to pass some parameters and see. First, let's pass some plain arguments and see. मैंने खाली plain arguments pass किया, ठीक है? पहला वाला print आ रहा है and it is printing a list of arguments. Agreed? But second वाला empty आ रहा है because आप कुछ भी named arguments या तो keyword arguments आप pass नहीं किए. So let's see what are the keyword arguments. Argument 1 equal to 1000 ASD. Argument 2 equal to ये. अब देखो मैजिक ये है. So basically मैंने many parameters को keyword arguments पास किया. पहले वाला empty आ गया, but second वाला you can see some key values here. Okay, so what's actually happening is, मैं already बोला था ना आपको, ये arguments का हमेशा 1-to-1 mapping रहता है. So since these are keyword arguments, these are being mapped with this thing. स्टार वाला पैरामीटर के साथ ये मैप हो रहा है. बट सिंस दीज आर आर्गुमेंट्स विथ नो कीज, दीज विल बी मैप्ड विद स्टार वाला आर्गुमेंट हियर जो हमने डिफाइन किया. सो बाय डिफॉल्ट अगर आप कुछ कीवर्ड पास नहीं किया तो ये एम्प्टी हो जाएगा. तो एम्प्टी होने के बाद इट विल प्रिंट इन दिस मैनर. जब आपने ये सब पास किया बट देयर आर नो प्लेन आर्गुमेंट, सो ये पहले वाला एम्प्टी हो जाएगा एंड इट विल ट्राई टू प्रिंट दिस वन. And second wala, you have already passed the keyword arguments, so that is why you can see a dictionary or hash map kind of structure here. Okay. Now let's try to pass both 1, 2, 3, argument 1 equal to 1, argument 2 equal to.
Sorry to interrupt here. I'm not understanding hash map. You're talking about this.
Okay. Hash map. Okay. Okay. In Python or in Java, we have a kind of storage structure, okay, which will hold keys and values. Imagine you have an Oxford dictionary, okay, and in Oxford dictionary, when you're trying to search for a meaning of a particular word, how will you go? You first search how the starting letter of the word starts with, and you directly jump into that particular page, right? Okay, so that's how dictionary are made of. So even as a logical storage structure in memory, we store key value pairs in either dictionary format or in a hash map format. Hash map format is nothing but a key and a value.
Okay, So you can say that this is indexing kind of things.
Exactly. Yeah. Indexing kind of thing. So
Okay.
you index the key, and on that particular index location, value is being stored.
Okay. Got you.
Okay. So yeah, so that is this one. So since you have passed arguments without keys, those are appended with a list. And when you have passed arguments with keys, those have become this dictionary here, key value pairs. All right. So these are called as list of argument. These are called as key value pairs, or you can say dictionary of arguments. So to call this, to build this such kind of definition, you need to have star star and then star star. Star will accept all the list. Star star will accept key value pairs.
Please go on mute. I can hear some kids sound.
It's all right, sir. I think some.
No issue, no issue. It's happened. Yeah.
So any questions till this concept?
It's pretty much clear. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. So we have pretty much covered functions and how to pass arguments. So if you understand the basic how to define a function, you can write your own function with your own function definitions, and you can basically accomplish your task. Okay. So these are how you pass the arguments to the functions, and these are how you call them. Okay. So now let's jump into another important concept called storage structures or data structures. So here we have in Python, we have lists, we have tuples, we have sets, we have dictionaries. These are the main storage structures. कल आप कुछ भी algorithm लिखोगे using this programming language, you need a storage structure in memory. Memory में आप कैसे store करोगे? You will either use lists, you will either use tuples, you will either use sets, or you will either use dictionaries. All right. So so if you see, अगर आप कोई भी data science में अगर आपको data science exposure है, so for data science purposes in Python we have something called data frames. Pandas का data frames बोल के कुछ है construct. Underlying these also use lists or arrays or other stuff. Okay. Those are higher level of abstractions, but underlying these are the main pillars of storage structures for in Python. Okay. So what is a list? List, it is a set of elements together. Set in the sense, normally मैं as a word use करूँ, but sets are different. So set a group of elements, group of elements together, bind it together. But what type of group of elements? It can be an integer, it can be a string, it can be a none, it can be empty character, whatever you want. So list is a storage structure. So it's kind of an heterogeneous storage structure where you can store, where you can group elements of any data type. Similarly, when it comes to array, it is homogeneous. I think so. Yeah, homogeneous, which you can only store one type of data in it, not more than one type of data. So if you look here, and yeah, and how you define a list in Python? You define a list in Python in this format. This is just a random variable name I'm using. Don't confuse. This is how you define a list. So now what happened? You have created a variable and assigned an empty list to it. Just open braces means, open brackets means you have, square brackets means you have created a list now. So let's see. List variable equal to open brackets. Now list variable is created. So let's see what is the type of this list variable which we have created. Can you see? So this says that this belongs to the class list. Okay. So now, as we know, in array, we can only store 1, 2, 3, 4 or strings, basically strings or characters. We cannot store integer and a character and a floating point and none, null or none all together. Why is that? Because arrays are homogeneous. They cannot accept more than one data type while storing, but that is not the case with the list. So in list, you can store everything, literally everything. You can even store a function in a list. Literally, you can store anything. So let's see here. List variable. Let's create a list first. 1, 2, 3, 4, now I want to assign characters. You can also have none. You can also have empty string. You can also have floating point. It didn't throw any error. Now let's see. Let's try to print list variable. Can you see? So this is the output of the list variable. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3, 4, we have characters, we have none, we have empty string, we have a floating point. Make sense? So list is an heterogeneous data structure which can store any type from in Python, literally any type. Okay. So now, and one thing to remember, how do you access the elements? So you access the elements by their index. 0, it will try to print the value at the 0th index. So one thing to remember is arrays and lists in Python will start with 0 index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's try to print what is the actual length of this list which we have created. 9. But since you are starting from 0, so it will end up to 8. So 0 is also, we are also considering it as a number over there. So I want to access last element. So what I have to do, I have to give 8. It will try to give you the last element. What if I try to access 9th element, which is not there? It will throw an error because you are trying to access that index, which is not even assigned in the first place. Agreed. So this is how you try to access a set of elements in a list. So one important concept here is indexing. What is indexing? Indexing nothing but accessing a set of values. Okay. So 0, I have accessed the first element. I have accessed second element. I want to access the third element. Oh, sorry, third element. I want to access the fourth element. So this the list goes on. Okay. Now so this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this value is present at the 5th location. But as I already mentioned, the list will start from 0th index. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. At fourth index, you have this value.
Rohit, I have one question here.
Yeah.
What if you put the 12?
Yeah, so if you put 12, it will throw an error because it is not there, that value.
Okay, so it means, okay.
That location is not filled as of now.
Yeah, I got it. And okay, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So now you are seeing that a set of, you can only access one element at one point of time. But what if I say I want to access elements from this to this position? I want to ignore rest of the elements. So Python has a wonderful concept called indexing. Indexing is nothing but let me show you. If I say I want to access elements from 0th to 5th index, so you are giving a range. So what happens is list variable is not okay. So what happens is it is printing a range of values from 0th location to fifth, from 0th index to 5th index. So let's see what are actually values available there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So when I've given 0 to 5, it is only printing the values from here to here.
But fifth should be the next one, na? A, S, D,
Yeah.
C,
So
C.
now, good question. So now what's happening is it is 5 is not inclusive here.
Okay.
It is
So
exclusive.
less than 5.
It means it is only taking 0 to 4. Only 0 to 4.
Okay.
So if you want to access the 6th element, 5th element as well, you have to give 0 to 6. So this is not inclusive. So it says that it will only access elements from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5, not the 6th one.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I can say that I can index and I can access the values in this form. What if I want to access the last element? Because I always don't know what is my last element in an infinite list, but I want to access the last element. So you can simply access the last element with negative indexing. Because in your list, the last value is 12 to 776. So you can also perform negative indexing in this manner. -5. Okay, wait. -3 to -5. Okay. I think it's 5 to -5. Yeah. So if you see here, the negative index, what it says that from reverse, it is trying to print from this value to this value. If I put this, it prints from this value to this value. So
नहीं clear है.
Sorry.
तब ये जीरो से काउंटिंग नहीं करेगा, correct?
हाँ, अब 0 से काउंटिंग नहीं. -1 बोले तो ये वाला एलिमेंट है. लास्ट वाला एलिमेंट इज ऑलवेज -1. जब आप ऐसे इंडेक्सिंग कर रहे हो, so what's happening is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. -5 से स्टार्ट हुआ, -5 से स्टार्ट हो गया, -5, -4, -3, -2. -1 ने आप दिए ना, तो -1 is not inclusive, it is exclusive, so it will only stop till here. That's it.
Okay.
अगर आपको लास्ट वाला भी प्रिंट करना है तो you can either give in this manner, you don't give anything, it will try to print everything.
Okay, understood.
If you give 0, it won't.
Okay.
Now, just a minute, I'm getting a call. I'll just go on.
Are we going to cover libraries as well today or later on?
Yes, Vibhu, if time permits, we will cover today only, because sharp at 7:30 we will close this session.
So guys,
actually, sorry to interrupt you, Rohit. Actually, this is another thing. Actually, I am opening laptop, but not showing clearly. But in mobile, clearly everything. So, what is any issue in my laptop, or what is the problem?
Maybe issue in your laptop, Sunil.
bandwidth पे कुछ problem होगा आपका.
It's a network bandwidth issue.
Yeah, looks like
Oh.
your laptop have problem because we are joined from laptop and it's everything is fine.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, these are the indexing concepts. There are also much better indexing concepts which you guys have to deep dive. As a time constraint, हमको दूसरा भी cover करना है. Next thing we can, and the one important thing is lists are mutable objects in Python, in the sense you can append any number of values. list is nothing but it can be changed at runtime. Okay, so that is the main difference. List can hold any type of object, any type of data type, and it can either add or remove elements at runtime. You don't need to define at the beginning and then usko throughout the code आपको use करने की ऐसा कुछ constraint नहीं है. So that is why we call lists are mutable. So the next concept is tuple. So what is tuple? Tuple is nothing but again the same story what list does, but tuples are immutable. Means अगर उसको एक बार आप declare करते हो, you cannot add elements at runtime. So let me show you. So how do you define a tuple? Tuple define करने का एक ही है. You define a tuple in this format. Basically, a equal to 1, 2. So let's see what is the type of a. A is a type tuple. Now, if I try to add value, it says, okay, wait a minute. Wait, let's be in different format. Tuple object does not support item assignment. So what does this mean? Tuple is an immutable storage structure. So you can only define it once. You can use it many times. That is the concept for tuples. Getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there are many different use cases of using a tuple in your code, but yeah, अभी वो use case अभी इतना मुझे idea नहीं आ रहा है, but basically tuples cannot be changed once it is defined. Agreed? A list can be changed. 1, 2, 3. मैं फिर 0th index में I can assign some other value so that अभी वैल्यू को प्रिंट करेंगे. देखो a आ गया, मैं वापस से उसको रीअसाइन करूंगा, फिर से वैल्यू देखो वापस से 1 2 3 आ गए. So these are changeable. Tuples are not changeable. They can only assigned once in its lifetime, in the code's lifetime. Next one is sets.
We can say that we are assigning a constant value which
exactly. If you have some kind of constants in your code base, you can assign it with a tuple and then you can use it throughout your code base.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the next concept is sets. Okay. So in mathematics, if you guys know, we have a concept called sets. Sets are nothing but something like group of elements, group of unique elements. Okay. So a equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see what is the type of a. It says set. Okay. Now, what if I want to assign another value which is same? So मैं print कर रहा हूँ. So it is not assigning because one is already there, right? So no duplicate values are allowed in sets. Agreed? I can add another value. Character 1. It says 1, 2, 3 and another one is a string. It is not an integer, it is a string. You're getting it. Sets cannot allow duplicates. But sets are almost like lists. It is also mutable. It can also add literally any kind of object, but only hashable objects, not unhashable objects, only hashable objects, which can be, sets. It can only allow unique elements, not duplicate elements. That is another storage structure in Python. Any questions till now?
Yeah, one question, Rohit.
Yeah.
So what base how we know that I'm assigning something and tuple or something at least, because assignment is similar, I believe, right?
Assignment is similar, but in tuple you cannot, once you have assigned, you cannot even assign the value.
That's fine. Mutability I understand, but
yeah.
How, as a developer, how I can decide that which will be the list and which will be the
okay that's a good question. अगर एक सिनेरियो देता हूं मैं कि अगर आप कुछ वेब एप्लीकेशन डेवलप कर रहे हो, ठीक है,
how I can differentiate it.
अच्छा, how you want to differentiate whether it's a list or a tuple?
Yeah, that's
okay. So you can have built-in keywords, right? So type. So if you give,
yeah, but as a developer, how I can because assignment, if you define a tuple a equal to something,
yeah,
and you define list also a b equal to 1 2 3 4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, b. Okay, this is the tuple or first one is tuple or list?
A is tuple, B is list.
Okay, so it's if you put in parentheses, it's a tuple. If you put in the So bracket.
Square brackets. Square
Yeah,
brackets.
it's a list, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
You can also assign tuple in a different fashion. Python will also give you something like this.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, you have to provide a list for it internally. So it will convert them into again tuple.
Okay, got it.
So this is a kind of a class which is provided by Python to convert. So if you give brackets, those are tuples. If you give square brackets, those are list. If you give flower parenthesis, that is a set.
Yeah. Okay, got the difference. That's what difference was not clear to me.
Okay, all right. So maybe I've already mentioned that. Maybe I was rushing on that way. So these
Don't
are
rush.
the
Maybe we
storage.
can we will cover most thing in next section, next session. So don't rush.
Okay, so these are the 3 storage structures: lists, tuples, and sets. Any questions till now?
No, so nothing from my side.
Clear?
No.
Okay,
Everything clear.
so next thing we will be jumping into dictionaries. As we already discussed, dictionaries are nothing but key value pairs. And so dictionaries are one of the important concept in any of the programming language, because they have the access time of logarithm, big O of 1. So if you understand time complexities of your algorithm, we have something called access time, insertion time, and deletion time. So dictionaries will have access time of big O of 1, which means constant time, which is very fast compared to the other 3 data structures. Time complexities are again a different concept. Okay, but as of now, remember that dictionaries are fastest when it comes to accessing any kind of data. Okay, so let's see how we can define a dictionary. A equal to, again flower brackets, but we have to give a key, we have to give a value. A equal to key colon value. Now let's see what is the type. A is of class dict. So A is a dictionary. So if you want to access the value of the key, you have to pass it. So this is how you access it. If you pass key as string, it will give you value. What if you pass something which is not defined, which is not given? It will throw key error, because key error, this key is not present in this dictionary. Let me define it again. 1 equal to 2. A of key is this value, but A of 1 is 2, because you have a key of key and you have another key is 1. This is a string. This is an integer. So when you're trying to access the string you are passing as a string. When you're trying to access an integer, you are passing an integer. So this is how your values will be retrieved by a dictionary.
And is there any way to access on the number, like index?
I'm sorry.
Is there any way to access the same value without passing the key, rather than passing key, pass the index? Like first.
That won't be working with dictionary. Dictionary, you have to pass a key.
Okay.
So the other 3 storage structures will accept in that format.
Yeah, I think it works with a key value pair. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of mapping in Java.
Yeah, map, exactly. And the good thing is you can have any type combined together. In hash map, if you talk about Java, it can either accept strings, it can either accept integers, it can either accept some other data type. But here you can combine all of them and make a dictionary. So here I have a string, I have an integer, I can also have a float.
No, you can put any kind of value in a hash map also in Java as well.
But
until unless you are not restricting it to that will accept this kind of value.
So maybe you have to jump into another concept, I think so, like generic data types, where you can pass anything.
If you make generic, then it will be strict. Otherwise, we can add anything.
Exactly. So that's what. But in Python, it's not the same. So by default, you can pass anything. any data type.
Yeah.
So this is how dictionaries work. Any questions for dictionaries as well?
What if we have to pass as an array? Like, are we going to pass the value in curly bracket, or how does it work there? I'm not tried that actually.
You want to pass
What
an
I'm trying
array?
to say is here value is, yeah, here the value is 2. Instead of that, if I want to pass an array,
So you can assign array to something like this. So if you see, if I try to print a, so for this key I have a value, this value. For now I have changed the value from 2 to a list.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Rohit, go ahead now.
Yeah,
Any
so
other
I
question?
think we have covered functions, we have covered lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. Anything more?
I was trying to go through the first session video. I was not able to open it. So can we have that attachment of the copy MP4?
आज सर मैं आपको गूगल ड्राइव का लिंक भेजा था ना वो
correct same I have forwarded to group and it is shareable, so you can open it. I do not know what problem you are facing because I can open from my system. I think all others can also.
मेरे पर भी हो रहा सही ओपन
हाँ,
हो रहा है।
तो आपके इन से कुछ धनंजय प्रॉब्लम होगा, आप उसको चेक करिए, ठीक है? मे बी जो फॉर्मेट है वो
make sure you're connected using your Gmail address.
Okay.
एंड सेकंड थिंग रोहित जी, ये डिक्शनरीज वाला हम एक बार फिर से नेक्स्ट सेशन में डिस्कस करेंगे थोड़ा सा, एंड आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू कि थोड़ा सा जो आपने आज बताया है वो आप बेस्ट पर्सन हो, आप जज करोगे कि आपको कब एक्सप्लेन करना है, एक यूज केस के साथ लाइक एक प्रोग्राम या किसी के साथ एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे सो दैट वी विल हैव ए पिक्चर दैट हाँ यहाँ पे इस समय ये यूज करेंगे, ठीक है? बट यस ऑफ कोर्स जो आपने आज हमें बताया है हम अपने इन से भी एक्सप्लोर करेंगे, जाहिर सी बात है उसको हम थोड़ा सा स्टडी करेंगे और इसकी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, सो मे बी वी कैन अंडरस्टूड बिफोर योर नेक्स्ट सेशन. सो यस, बट या इन नेक्स्ट सेशन अगर आप थोड़ा सा 5-10 मिनट आज के सेशन का यूज केस बता सको तो दैट विल बी गुड.
सो आई मीन एक्चुअली ये जो चीजें है ना ये सब बेसिक्स है, तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इसका कोई यूज केसेस तो रियल टाइम अगर देखोगे तो इसको एक्चुअली ये कॉन्सेप्ट्स को यूज करके वी हैव डिफरेंट यूज केसेस, सो मे बी हम कुछ और कल डिस्कस करेंगे, तो कुछ और कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, तो देन वी कैन इसको उसके अंदर कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं वो
जरूर. दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड कि यू आर द बेस्ट पर्सन, आप बताओगे कि कब इसको यूज करना है और इसीलिए हम लोग प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे सो दैट कि हाँ इतना तो हमको क्लियर रहे कि क्या सिंटेक्स है, कैसे करते हैं, तो जब आप यूज केस बताओगे तो हम कोरिलेट कर लेंगे.
ठीक है
सर एक यूज केस मैं बताता हूँ सर, जस्ट फॉर लाइक फॉर लिस्ट. हाँ, सपोज करो कि आपके पास डेटा सेट अलग अलग है, सपोज करो कि डेटा सेट कोई फाइल से आ रहा है, कहीं से नंबर आ रहे हैं, उसको अगर रखना है कहीं पे तो बेस्ट ऑप्शन होगा लिस्ट, क्योंकि एवरी टाइप का डेटा ले लेता है, राइट? अगर कोई डेटा सेट सपोज करो जेसन में है, उसको कहाँ रखोगे आप बताओ सर?
भाई साहब पहले तो हमको जेसन समझना होगा क्या होता है.
जेसन में की वैल्यू पेयर में डेटा आ रहा है, सपोज करिए कोई ऐसा है जो की वैल्यू में आ रहा है,
ओके,
देन इट शुड बी गो इनटू द डिक्शनरी.
एग्जैक्टली.
ओके ओके.
अगर कोई कांस्टेंट डेटा है, आपको सपोज कांस्टेंट डेटा आ रहा है ऑफ सेम टाइप, एंड यू कैन पुट इन टपल.
आशीष सर, आई हैव आल्सो सम एक्सपीरियंस, तो मैं आपको यहाँ पे शेयर कर सकता हूँ, बिकॉज हेलो हम लोग PHP यूज करते हैं एंड वी हेलो सर मेरा आवाज प्रॉपर?
हाँ अभी प्रॉपर है, ब्रेक हो रहा था.
I can hear you.
हम लोग PHP यूज करते हैं, तो हम लोग वहाँ पे रिज्यूम पार्सिंग का हमको एक एप्लीकेशन डेवलप करना था, तो PHP के थ्रू हमको रिज्यूम पार्सिंग को एग्जैक्ट पार्सिंग कर पाना थोड़ा टफ होता था, बट वेयर एज द सेम कोड, बिकॉज अरे में कैसा होता है कि सेम टाइप का डेटा टाइप वो लेता है, तो इसकी वजह से PHP में हमको थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ रहे थे। लेकिन पाइथन में कैसा वो रिस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं है, तो जिसकी वजह से पार्सिंग का कोई भी एप्लीकेशन होता है पाइथन पे बहुत ही अच्छे से चलता है।
Unless if you mean to
Hello.
say parsing, what kind of
पार्सिंग
yeah picture you want to show here?
कैसा होता है रिक्रूटमेंट में, सपोज आप एक मैन पावर कंसल्टेंसी चला रहे हो और आपके पास एक साथ में 1000 रिज्यूम का PDF का जो एक एप्लीकेशन डेवलप किए हैं, उसमें 1000 रिज्यूम का जो फोल्डर है डायरेक्टली हम लेंगे और उस फोल्डर में से हमारा कोड डायरेक्टली सारे फाइल्स को रीड करके उस फ्यू मिनट्स पूरा डेटा ऑटोमेटिकली वो अरेंज कर देगा। तो दैट एप्लीकेशन, उस एप्लीकेशन को हम पार्सिंग बोलते हैं। में इवन बहुत सारे जगह पे पार्सिंग अलग अलग,
so we have
PDF
1000
फाइल्स को ऑटोमेटिकली yeah
so you have 1000 resume,
we
right?
have 1000 CVs. Yeah.
He's talking about the file indexing. So suppose you have 1000 or 10,000 CV and you want to find the CV based on the skill.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to write a system who can pass all the CV, put the skill wise CV location and indexes, index the CV, all the CV to the index. So searching could be faster. Normally
no sir, here is some
normally in that scenario I would suggest, if I would be the developer or whatever, so I would suggest use the some search engine like Solar or Lucene or you can say Elasticsearch for documenting. But if you want, you can use Iska means Python as well. So but you have to read the data and put somewhere in database, right?
yeah so what we use, हम लोग जो PDF है या वर्ड फाइल है उसके सारे कंटेंट को एक स्ट्रिंग में हम लोग लेते हैं और उस स्ट्रिंग में डिफरेंट सिनेरियो, जैसे अगर @ है तो उसके आसपास अगर .com लिखा हुआ है, अगर कोई नंबर है तो उसको हम लोग मोबाइल, तो लाइक दैट हम उस CV फुलफिल करता है तो उसको अलग अलग वेरिएबल में हम उसको कॉल करके उस CV को ऑटोमेटिकली हम लोग डेटाबेस में स्टोर कर लेते हैं। तो इन दैट केस हमको जैसे 1000 CV है, अगर हम किसी को मैनुअली टाइपिंग में लगाएंगे तो इट टेक्स लॉन्ग, पूरे रिज्यूम को डेटाबेस में बिना टाइपिंग के ऑटोमेटिकली सिस्टम से ही डेटा है।
Yeah, that's fine. That is a really nice use case. Means anyway it's data, and Python is very good in processing the data.
Yes sir, but by using other technology, because हम लोग PHP पे कर रहे थे, PHP में
definitely
PHP उतना efficient
is not for parsing. PHP is more
नहीं है, but Python is more efficient for those cases.
रोहित कंटिन्यू करो आप।
Yeah, रोहित सर
क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो।
Yeah, so I mean some अच्छे use cases बोले हैं तो, and also it's not only that but these are just storage structures, but आपको जो आप कुछ भी use case हो, it depends on your algorithm, आप कैसे आप लिख, so again it is based on use case, वो use case को आपको क्या क्या चाहिए and कैसे कैसे करना है, that will only come with the experience. Even though we tell you with different use cases कि हमने ये use किया वो use किया, that is only at that point of time. Maybe उसके अलावा कुछ और combination use किया तो कुछ अच्छा भी हो सकता है वैसे. So it is again comes with experience कि कौन से चीज पे क्या करना है. But there are some definite set of cases where उस चीज के लिए यही use करना है because this will only be helpful work. ऐसा. So yeah, then shall we conclude with this discussion then, because functions भी cover कर लिया मैंने, important data structures भी cover कर लिया इसमें.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Sure, Rohit. तो रोहित जी अगर हमें कुछ डाउट होगा तो नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम करेंगे,
या तो आप ग्रुप में पिंग कर दीजिए ना सर, मैं रिप्लाई दे देता हूँ कुछ भी डाउट हो।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, ये भी अच्छा है,
क्योंकि सेशन तक वेट क्यों करना, इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट जस्ट पिंग इट इन द व्हाट्सएप सो आई कैन आल्सो रिप्लाई ऑन इट।
Yeah, that's a good suggestion, right? And one suggestion I could also give, Ashish,
हाँ जी,
अगर हम इस सेशन को ना थोड़ा सा और पहले कर दें, क्योंकि इंडिया में टाइम बहुत लेट हो जा रहा है अभी 11 o'clock 11:13 हो गया है, तो थोड़ा सा पहले कर देंगे तो यहाँ से लोग अच्छे से ज्वाइन कर पाएंगे।
टाइम बताइए। 9 o'clock इंडिया टाइम।
एक घंटा पहले कर दो आप, वहाँ पे 6 है ना, अभी स्टार्ट किए थे आप तो।
6:30 5:30 कर देते हैं।
हाँ 5:30 कर दीजिए या 5 कर दीजिए, तब भी अगर मतलब रोहित कंफर्टेबल हो या जो भी प्रेजेंटर है कंफर्टेबल हो।
हाँ रोहित जी कंफर्टेबल होने चाहिए, मेरे हिसाब से 5 कर दें, क्योंकि अगले कुछ ही वीक में वो डे लाइट सेविंग वाला फिर फंडा चेंज होगा, 4.5 घंटे का डिफरेंस हो जाएगा।
शायद इस साल चेंज नहीं होगा, लेकिन ठीक है।
नहीं होगा तो बहुत अच्छा है, तो 5:30 करते हैं अगर रोहित जी
अगर
एग्री
रोहित
है तो।
कंफर्टेबल है तो 5:30 कर दो। रोहित कंफर्टेबल हो आप?
हाँ सर, आई मीन अभी तो मेरे को पता नहीं ना नेक्स्ट सेशन कब है, फिर नेक्स्ट वीक ही करना है क्या?
हाँ
नेक्स्ट वीक ही करते हैं,
हर संडे हो रहा है ना।
एक को कंटिन्यू करते हैं, अदरवाइज डिफरेंट सेशन में ना लोग फिर समझ नहीं आएगा। लेट्स कंटिन्यू वन सेशन फुल।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
कंप्लीट देन नेक्स्ट सेशन विल स्टार्ट।
तो मे बी नेक्स्ट सेशन में और कुछ और बेसिक्स मैं एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ, फिर उसके बाद लेट्स
इट्स फाइन, इट्स अप टू यू।
ओके या
so thank you रोहित जी and thank you everyone for joining, okay? so आपके जो भी क्वेश्चंस होंगे ग्रुप में आप प्लेस करिए, और जिसको भी आंसर होगा वो आपको प्रोवाइड करेगा। रोहित इज द बेस्ट पर्सन। बाकी सी यू नेक्स्ट वीक सेम टाइम, ओके? नॉट सेम टाइम, 5:30, ओके?
Thanks, Rohit. Thanks, Ashish.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thanks Rohit for your
yep
Thank you Rohit, thank you everyone.